I swear this game came out of absolutely nowhere. I was online yesterday, started seeing these reviews, 9s, 10s, everywhere. I was like, what is going on here? What game is this? How have I not heard of it? It is a smaller indie game. It started life as a Skyrim mod, and now it's an official game. It's out on Xbox, PS4, PS5, PC, as of right now, and we're going to check it out. It's the last days of the Roman Empire. And yeah, it started life as a mod, and now it's a real game. How cool is that? And honestly, IGN gave this game a 9 out of 10. Like, I was like, wow. Let's check this game out right now. It is out today. I bought the game myself. This is not a review code. Modern Storyteller. I'm very intrigued to see how this game went from being a mod to being a real game and how good it actually is. I'm very excited. If you guys want me to do more, let me know, leave a like and comment below. And let's jump in. The Forgotten City. Dear content creators, as you'll discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please help us to avoid spoilers by not sharing content from beyond the white hallway. Oh, okay. I guess that's directed maybe at review codes. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very story-driven game, I guess. We'll still see how it goes. I'm not gonna put like spoilers in the thumbnail or in the title, so we should be all right. This game was developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. What? This mystery adventure has multiple endings. Wow. The fate of the city is in your hands. This game is so intriguing. So intriguing. So it's present day, 2021. Ooh.
Hey!
Hey!
You're alive! When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
So I'm guessing this is the character that represents us when we go back to Rome. Maybe it's an ancestor or something like that. I have no idea. Oh, enter your name, okay. Scott. Scott the Roman. That wouldn't happen. Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
Ooh.
It's nice to meet you.
There we go.
And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Amnesia. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold. A fugitive. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quicker on your feet. You are 25% quicker. Soldier. You have a military-issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. Be careful how you use them. Okay. Archaeologist. Years of study in history gives you the occasional insight into the ancient world. That sounds the most interesting, especially if we go back in time 2,000 years. That could be useful. Yeah, let's do that one.
Oh, you're an archaeologist?
I am, yes.
Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I
Hear
don't know
what?
if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Do you mind if I ask a question first?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Who is AI? Where are we? Where are we right now? What's your story? What is your story? Tell me.
There's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
You know, I'm going to tell me your name. Like, literally, you're called stranger right now. What's your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Why? That sounds a bit suspicious.
All right, fine.
Yes.
Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
She's a Karen. No. Thank you for saving my life, Karen. All those memes.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, God.
But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Who is Al?
He's the
exactly?
guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Where exactly are we?
You really don't remember?
Nope.
We're in Italy.
Of course.
This river is the Tiber. Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Al, maybe? Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay, that's all the questions I had.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
I will go and look for Al, okay? I'm gonna look for this priceless artifact, but if I see him, I'll keep an eye out.
My hero. The entrance is just past those columns behind you.
Oh, Karen,
oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Can you imagine if she actually turned into a Karen? That would be hilarious. Yeah, that's my item. I've got a little flashlight. Thank you. Alright. First impressions. The dialogue's really good. I love some of the dialogue choices as well. It's funny that she's a Karen. I love that. Yeah, some of the animations. But again, it is a smaller team, so I won't get too judgy. So these are the ruins. Why would we need a gun as a soldier? That does concern me a little bit. I won't lie. Oh, wow. And sprint, okay. Good to know. So there is combat in this game as well. But obviously the story is the main sort of focus, I would say. Again, the fact this game was a mod is madness. And the fact they've actually made it into a game. Oop. That bag? What's in this bag? Can we open it up? Hiking clothes, empty food packets. Nothing valuable here. Okay. It's a bit weird that you take off the backpack. That is weird. I can't go around this way. It's blocked. Alright, I think we're going in, guys.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep.
What the? Oh, wow. No wonder he hasn't come back. That's terrifying. It's a hatch. Okay, this got a little bit
If you're reading
scary.
this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground.
Oh, wow.
Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning. Al Worth.
Is he still alive? Look at this golden statue. Can you imagine how much that's worth? I reckon we're going to come back here, but in Roman times. 2,000 years ago. I think that's what's about to go down. We're going to see this as a fully functioning city. And perhaps these golden statues are actually real people. Yeah, I never played the I think it's a Skyrim mod or Oblivion mod, something like that. A Roman gladiator, mid-stride. So he's fleeing somewhere. Oh, I don't like this. Oh. Whoa. This is spookier than I ever imagined. Yeah, what happened here? Oh, wow. Okay. It's bigger than I thought. Gee! It's massive! I have a feeling I shouldn't really be here right now. A Roman military commander. So he's running away from something. What are you looking at? Something happened here, like actually like right in the middle. Because everyone's facing that way. Odd. Very odd. Yeah, I'm playing this on PS5 by the way. There is a PS5 version. In case you guys are curious. So your experience may differ, I'm not quite sure. What happened to you? Appears to be praying for help that never came. Why am I here? For priceless artifacts. Oh no. No. That's not Al, right? Oh no, it's Al! It's like he's hanged himself and been turned into gold. Okay. This got very freaky all of a
To
sudden.
whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Oh, great. Thanks, Al. Great. Lovely. So yeah, we're going back in time. And we're going to see if we can try and rectify what happened here. Oh, it wants me to go in there, doesn't it? It so badly wants me to go in there. Begging for his God for mercy. How that ever happened. Oh, we've only got one way to go right now, so... through the portal it is. Oh no. Where am I going? Al spoke like he'd been down there for years. It was like an hour, wasn't it? A couple of hours? And now we're back. Oh wow. Well, it looks very different. Okay. Oh, hello. This guy was just gold.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Oh, I don't know. I'm Scott. I got a bit lost. Wait to speak in English? I'm guessing it's translating automatically. I'm Scott. I've come from the future. Don't say that. Just got lost. I'm good.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be.
Ah.
Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost. and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
What laws are we talking about?
Not laws, law. There's just one,
Oh.
the golden rule. And the punishment for breaking it's... well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
I guess I don't really have much choice, do I? Alright, lead the way.
When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Ooh.
Keep it in your loincloth, Iulia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh.
Lovely.
That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless
sorry.
shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy.
Oh,
Greetings,
boy.
citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
So it's a very small community. Was it 23 people, I think they said? So that every 23... all the 23 people we can talk to, we can interact with. Seems to be some people missing as well. What's this about, though?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the golden rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Alright, lead the way.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us
don't
in
mind
10
me.
would
I just
die
live
for
here.
the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Alright, great. Cheers for that. Fantastic. Always follow the golden rule. I get it, alright? I understand. But what is it? I think we're about to find out.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Scott. I should have thought of a better name. I'm not gonna lie.
Curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains many hundreds of years ago.
It is beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. I was admiring it on the way up. It's a beautiful city.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Honestly, I can't say I have. That is quite impressive.
Nor could I, until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
So we have to find the person that's going to break the Golden Rule before this city is perished. Just everyone's made into gold, basically. We need to find that one person. I mean, that is the goal of the game. To find that naughty Golden Rule breaker. What counts as a sin here?
An intelligent question.
It is.
There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
I don't think they're exactly sure what the Golden Rule actually is and what counts as breaking it. Makes sense to me. It's going to go along with
I'm
it for
glad you
now.
agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
What do you mean when you said Proserpina sent me? Wasn't that the portal we came through? Wasn't that what the portal was called?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Wow, he knows. He knows. Okay, that's pretty insane. You're right. Yeah.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see?
Ooh.
What had become of us? Of this city?
Awkward. Yeah, I didn't see anything. I think we have to be honest here. So yeah, you were all golden statues. I'm sorry.
I have imagined it. Our downfall 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
I think it was good to be honest. Yeah.
All I can tell you is
hope.
that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal.
Lovely.
In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did see human remains in the temple. Did we see that?
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I will do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
Alright. Why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Do you have any suspects? People that we could maybe lean towards?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Okay, seems fair. He may have an insight though. We could push on it. It's fair enough. Fair enough. If I do this, will you help me get me back to my own time?
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain.
Please
If you
do.
manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
I think it does. Interesting. All right. That's all the questions I had.
Yes. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
All right. I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
All right.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
All right. I'll get on with it. Let's go. Very, very intriguing game. What can I say? Is it you?
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
Why do you keep saying that?
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here.
Oh,
What do you
barbarians.
want?
Barbarian scum, what is your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the Magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
You are really pompous, aren't you? You really are. Do you know a way out of here?
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too.
Ooh,
Is that
interesting?
Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Okay, that might be a name worth noting down. Sentia, which my pen doesn't work. Great. Can I help you in any way?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
Oh, there's more dialogue here. Wow. Your father didn't mention any of this when I spoke to him.
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
You look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy.
We have
I
a
hope
suspect.
you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
Interesting. Just an observation.
Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Ah, that might be closed off. Some of the dialogue is so good in this game, and there's a lot of it. But boy, is it impressive. The world's impressive as well. I love the idea that we have these 22 characters.
Horatius, how's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
Ooh.
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I was stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Oh, interesting. What happened to her?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
What did? Ask residents of the villa for clues about her disappearance. That could be a big plot twist, potentially. Right, we're going in. Shrine of Apollo. What happened here? And why is this person gold?
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Iulia. She was a good woman.
Is that why she's gold? Is that her? Luya. Luya. What happened exactly? What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Is there something else I can help you with?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do.
Can't do that.
Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Okay, I get it. Whew. Chill. I'll get right onto it.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Thank you. Right, we need to somehow get that serum. And there he is. Give me it now. Or I will break the golden rule right here. There's still a lot of golden people around. Which is weird.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
I got no idea, mate.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Iulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
You're an arse, mate, honestly. I need it right now.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
I don't have that. I don't think anyone has that.
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
I'm guessing you could probably find out who the suspect actually is, who the person is that's about to break the golden rule, and you can report it straight away, if you know. Obviously, we don't know, the game's just come out. That whisper.
Are you sure you're feeling all right? If
I'm
you're
okay.
hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands. She claimed the statue was whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this Silphium or not?
I do, but I don't have that kind of money. How do I get 1,000?
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
5 years? How about I just take it instead?
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
Oh man, you're such an arse. You are an idiot. Great. Got to try and steal it apparently.
You mean how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Wouldn't that be breaking the golden rule? Of theft?
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
The cart. The cart. He chose the cart, didn't he?
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money.
What
So I
arse.
put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
I do not blame her. At all. So you took her with you after all? No.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
I mean, the man deserved it. Let's be honest. He deserved it.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
This guy's suspicious, actually. He would do anything for a buck. That's for sure.
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow.
A bow?
Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Find a bow. Obtain a bow. Okay. Aren't weapons banned?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, friend.
Right, I'm going now.
Very well. Another time.
There's so much dialogue in this game, it's crazy. There's so much. Ooh, is this it? That's the resin. If I steal it... Oh. He's looking right at me as well. Okay, I'll leave it for now.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You can make
you
bows?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city.
He's got a
We
point.
all went along with the Magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
But once there's one weapon, another person will want a weapon, and so on and so on. We all know what's going to happen. This is where they could make weapons, but they're not. Yeah, there's no way I can steal that right now. I would be in so much trouble if I steal that. Because he's going to see me straight away. Okay. Oh, there's a photo mode? Ooh. Oh, there is! Oh, I'm disappeared, damn it. I was like, what do I look like? Do I just try and steal this? I've done it. I've stolen it. Oh no.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Uh-oh. I think I screwed up. I definitely screwed up. I shouldn't have done that. Oh no. Why did I do that? Oh, what's going on? Oh, this is so bad. I have no way to defend myself. I knew I shouldn't have stolen it. Ow. Ow, ow. Ow, ow. No items? Do I go back? Is this how we go back? Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have stolen it. Well, the golden rule is real. It really is. I guess we sort of start over again. Yeah.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
Yeah, I'm not looking great right now.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
I screwed up already.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night?
You drank a lot.
Sorry to have bothered you.
It's alright.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
What is it? What is that? Ah. Interesting.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles.
So that's a quick way to get around.
It'll be faster than walking.
Yay!
And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
It's gonna break, isn't it?
All right. See you around.
So basically started the loop again. Oh, can we use the zipline? Yes. Oh, wow. Sweet. Boom. We made it. Yeah, that is a lot quicker. I mean, he runs pretty quick anyway, so it's not too bad. So I'm guessing... Yeah, it's still there, look. Even though I stole it, it's still sitting there. Ah. Gotta be kidding me. Yes, I can hear you, you weird whisperer. Can you help me? I'm a bit injured right now.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She
Oh.
needs the resin of a plant called silphium, but that
Oh.
Kulas
Looks like it was
Kubulates
literally started
Decius
over
won't
again.
give it to me.
You have it?
What? Quick, give it here.
I do have it.
Iulia, you need to swallow this.
I can
Here,
save her.
let me help you.
I've saved her. I do have it. Oh my god.
Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That
Wow.
was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
I heard she got sick earlier. There you go.
But how could you know she needed this exact medicine?
Well-
And how did you even get it? I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't-
You just saved a person's life.
I got
and
a
you should be
trophy!
proud of yourself. She might even be able
She's
to
smiling.
thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
Well, thank you very much. Oh man. I keep hearing about this statue whispering. What is that about? Can we talk about Iulia?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Do you think she was poisoned, or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden
Exactly.
rule. And so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Gladly.
I'll come back later.
That's a shame.
To chat.
Thanks again for saving Iulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Good. Is that her there? She's up. She's alive. I saved her. I'm a medic.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a
You
bit
were
out
that
of it.
close from dying.
But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Right. What exactly happened to you?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it.
Oh,
Please.
come on.
No more questions.
Tell me. I saved your life. How did someone poison you without breaking the golden rule?
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler. Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, at least we know who to question. I can help you, please.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you?
Yes.
I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
I have all the time in the world.
All right.
Talk.
I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Iulia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
Why would he just lend you so much money? That's a lot of money, right?
I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years.
30 years?
But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Iulia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was?
Poison.
Hemlock. It's a deadly poison made from a plant. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Wow. Yeah, surely that is breaking the golden rule, right?
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
Ah.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
You're not exactly innocent in all of this. True. She wanted to end it. She was going to have to work 30 years for those scummy bosses.
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid. Thanks, I suppose.
She probably doesn't want to be alive right now. She's going to have to go back to that 30 years of
May
labour.
Apollo keep you safe.
Thank you. Wow. That was a lot to take in. I think this is a good time to end this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Should we do more? I know there was a lot of dialogue, but what an incredible, interesting game. I have no idea where this is going to go next. And that really does excite me quite a bit. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys soon. And bye-byes.